From the age of 13 to 19, I would jack off every single day to porn like a loser until the age of 19 when I decided to make a change in my life. I was sick of getting disrespected and doing nothing about it, sick of having no girls, being anxious, having no confidence, no motivation to do anything. So I quit porn and all of that changed, right? And I quit within months. And was it because of NoFap? No. At first I went on NoFap and the addiction just got worse. So before I tell you what I actually did, before I tell you the best system to quit porn on the fucking internet, I want to tell you why NoFap doesn't work. And that is the reason 95% of guys will never quit porn. It's because of NoFap. Now, when you get on NoFap, this is what all these YouTubers tell you to do. Get on NoFap, quit porn in 2 weeks, get to day 30 of NoFap, all this shit, right? It doesn't work because you're currently addicted to porn, watching it potentially every day like me. And to go on NoFap is to never watch porn again. To quit cold turkey. And you might be thinking, well, that's good advice, right? Quit porn, do it straight away. No, because you're currently addicted, you're dependent on it. You can't expect yourself to quit cold turkey. You're going from one extreme to the other. And as we know, this just doesn't work. Imagine the skinny kid in the gym. He wants to just get big instantly, get huge in 2 weeks. So he goes to the barbell, puts 100 kilograms on it, benches it, and obviously breaks himself and dies, right? You can't do it, okay? The big guy will be looking at him and be like, just start on the empty barbell. You just got it, right? You're skinny. Start on the empty barbell. Don't go to the extreme. It's the same with you. Why are you going on NoFap? Why are you listening to these losers online saying NoFap is how you quit porn? Because it isn't. You can't go from one extreme to the other. And this is why genuinely 95% of guys try and quit porn but fail. I realised this at 19 and I quit porn. Well, I'm still 19, but what other 19-year-old can say they've quit porn? It is just me. That's why I'm sharing my knowledge, all my secrets to do it, because it's the best advice you'll get on the internet. Now, all these guys teaching it online, the NoFap timeline and all this shit, they still jack off. You think they've really quit porn? I know for a fact they haven't, because the advice they're giving is shit. Alright? Maybe they're doing it once a week, but they're still jacking off. They just make them videos because they get the most views. They don't care about solving your problem. Alright? They can't relate to you like I can. Even if you're older than me, younger than me, whatever. Alright? I can still help you quit porn because I've done the same thing and I'm not going to lie to you. So NoFap doesn't work because you can't go from one extreme to the other. You might get temporary motivation. You'll get to day 3, day 4 of NoFap. Then you'll be like, okay, I'm getting, these urges are massive. The motivation's gone. I'm going to jack off. It won't be that bad. You reset your NoFap streak and you feel depressed and shit about yourself because you're obsessing over the streak so much. When you relapse on the streak and reset it and go back to day 0, you care so much. When I was quitting porn, I'd watch porn, I'd fap. And because I didn't know what day of the streak I was on, do you think I gave a shit? Right? This is going to make more sense when you understand what I did. But because I wasn't thinking about NoFap at all, do you think I really gave a shit? Do you think I was obsessing, being like, oh no, I lost a 13-day NoFap streak, I'm going to jack off 4 times today? No, I didn't care. I just moved on. And because of that, I didn't end up jacking off again that day. And I just moved on and the addiction just went. Okay? So NoFap doesn't work. In fact, it makes your addiction worse. I realised this very quickly and I made my own protocol, which works with me, and it's worked with 100% of the clients that I've taught in my program down below, which I'll teach you about in a minute. But yeah, the protocol that I came up with after NoFap was less FAP. I didn't do NoFap, I did less FAP. Simply is when you FAP less this month than you did last month. That's it. You don't need to go to 0. Just make sure the number you FAPed this month is less than last month. If you watch porn 100 times last month, you're doing it 3 times a day. These dickheads online will say, yeah, you can go to 0, bro. You can do it. No, you can't. You cannot. If you jacked off 100 times last month, do it 99 times this month. Is that slow progress? Yeah. But you know what it is? Progress. That's still 1% better. Okay? That's 1% better than you would have been than if you got a NoFap. Listen, it's your fault you got the addiction. It was my fault I did it. I understood this and I was like, oh, okay, I've had this addiction for years. It's going to take months at least to quit. And anyone online that's going to tell you otherwise, you can quit in weeks or days, are lying to you. So if you want that pussy advice, you don't want to hear the truth, then don't watch this video. Because this video will help you, but if you can't handle it, then leave. Go and watch a video that's going to make you feel nice, right? It's going to take months to quit, at least. It might take over a year. So if you're watching it 100 times, if you want to watch it 99, 98 times this month, that's fine. Because it's still progress. And then next month, watch it 97 times. Then 95 times. And keep going down, down, down. Just like that. This way, you're making progress every month, which is going to keep you motivated to keep going. And also, you can still watch porn. You need this because your mind is still dependent on porn. That's why if you quit porn cold turkey, you'll be depressed because your mind is dependent on this thing you've been doing for years, right? So just jack off less slightly each month. Eventually, after 6 to 12 months for most people, you'll be at the point where you're watching porn a few times a month and you find it boring. You would genuinely start finding porn boring. I didn't believe this myself. If someone told me this, I wouldn't believe it because I'd be like, no, I love porn, you know, I can never give that up. But once I got to that point, I was like, yeah, it's boring, it's cringe, it's weird. I'd genuinely cringe at my past self for watching that shit because it's disgusting. And you should feel the same way too, and you will do in 6 to 12 months when you're watching it a few times a month, all right? This is the point you go for the NoFap streak that you've been so desperately wanting. Before I explain that, quickly, this porn quitting system that has helped all my clients and the one I use personally, like I'm not selling you something that I didn't even use. It's the one I personally used to quit porn. It's in the description, in the link below. So if you're serious about this, which you clearly are, quit porn for good, it's dirt cheap, then do it. Plus there's a bonus section on how to attract girls, just to, you know, another bonus for you. If you want to quit porn, get girls, get all these benefits, link below is there. I'm going to increase the price soon, so lock in now. Only the people who are truly locked in and want to quit are going to do it. The losers who don't do it will be like, oh, I'll spend money somewhere else. I'll quit porn another way. They don't, you don't want to quit. That's the cold-hearted truth. I sacrificed to quit porn. I spent hours researching how to do it. And I've put it all down there. You've got to do a bit of sacrifice if you want to quit. Take it from a 19-year-old who's quit porn in months, literally months. If you want to take the advice from someone who's 40, who's quit porn, that's fine. But they've been trying to quit porn for 25 years. What have they been doing? I'm glad they've quit, but like it took me months because of my system. It's the best on the internet. It's in the link below. Check it out. So now you find porn boring. You've been doing less fat for 6 to 12 months. Go for your NoFap streak because it's easy. It's really easy. The urges are very infrequent. They're very weak, and you can just do it because you've controlled your addiction. This is when you go on NoFap. People do it the wrong way. They start on NoFap when they're still not in control of their addiction. I realise that's bullshit and it doesn't work. So you go on less fap in order to control the addiction. Then you go on NoFap to get the streak you want, to get the benefits you want. It's as simple as that. People like to overcomplicate it to make these videos to get the most views, to get the most money out of you. They don't care about solving your issue. That's it. You're learning from people who don't care about you. And maybe I am lying to you this whole time, but try my advice, and when you quit porn, you can come back and thank me. All right? It's the best advice on the internet for quitting porn. Simple as that. It's what's taken a 19-year-old loser to quit porn, to be confident, to start this business, and my goal is to help 1 million guys quit porn, and I will do that with the course down below, so check it out. Goodbye.